What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. We have got a big update on Nathan Ake, we've got a big update on Kalidou Koulibaly, along with a very strange link with Alexis Sanchez, which I'll talk about in this video. But before we crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content and you want to help support my channel, then subscribe, press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. I'm aiming for 9,000 subscribers, so any help towards that will be much appreciated. Don't forget also, you can find my social media links, Twitter and Instagram, in the description below and popping up on screen if you want to go and search for me and follow me on there. You can also find my email in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget also, leave a thumbs up if you enjoy this video. We're aiming for 300 likes, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. And don't forget also, let me know your thoughts in the comments below of all of these transfers, because I'm always interested in what you do have to say. And so we're going to crack on with this video, and we're going to start off with the outs first. And we've got an update on John Stones. Lots of these transfers are linked, by the way, so you're going to have to make links between some of the transfers. John Stones is one of them. Now, Talksport, they're reporting Arsenal are indeed interested in signing John Stones. I've reported this earlier in my other updates this summer that Manchester City, we know that Arsenal are interested. Everton's name's also been put out there. Manchester City were apparently looking for around £40 million, but Talksport have said that Arsenal, they're reluctant to even go as high as £30 million. A loan has also been mentioned too, 12-month loan to try and pick up John Stones' confidence. I'd like to think we could get more than £30 million for John Stones. At the end of the day, he's a homegrown centre-back, a very good centre-back, just lacking confidence. Once he gets going, he's a very, very good centre-back. And so I feel like £30 million is a little bit low, in particular when Manchester City potentially are going to be paying more for Nathan Ake. John Stones is an England international, so yeah, there we go. Make of that what you will. Let me know in your thoughts in the comments below. Now we've got an update on Iker Pozo, the 19-year-old midfielder. He's set to sign for PSV Eindhoven on a season-long loan. The player, he's been training with PSV right now ahead of his switch, and this news is coming from Eindhovens Dagblad. I've never heard of them. They're a news source apparently though that are close to PSV, and so Iker Pozo may well be sealing a loan to PSV, which I think would be a very good move in my opinion. And now we've got a Pedro Porro update. We know that he's on the verge of signing for Sporting Lisbon, and Ojogo in Portugal have given a little bit more of an update on that deal with Pedro Porro. It's going to be a loan rather than a permanent transfer. The two clubs, couple of disagreements, still need to agree on how much wage each club is going to be paying towards this loan. There's also a disagreement over how this move can be made permanent. The details on that's a little bit sketchy. Lisbon want an option to make it permanent. Manchester City don't. I don't know whether City want an obligation to buy, and so they have to pay money, whereas Sporting Lisbon are looking for an option to buy, or whether Manchester City just simply are not interested in selling Pedro Porro. I do not know. I don't know. I'm waiting for details of that transfer, but when I do get them, of course, I will let you know. Now, before we crack on with the ins, I just wanted to promote my JSGC membership. Now, Sacha Simpson, shout out to you. He has become JSGC's Premier League member, my first Premier League member, so that is much appreciated. He has now got access not only to the custom stickers and emojis for the live streams, but also gets a shout out on the video. He also gets to interact with me on social media, so Sacha Simpson, if you're watching this, just drop your social medias in the comments and I'll make sure I follow you on there and you can interact with me. That can help me to look for some video ideas and try and design their own video and what videos they're wanting me to do. They can also have access to my videos before everybody else. I'll be putting these videos out maybe an hour before everybody else, have access to members so they can stay in the loop as quickly as possible, but also the members do get access to some members only live streams and videos and stuff that I'm thinking of doing. So Sacha Simpson, much appreciated. If you wanted to become a JSGC member, then you can just press that join button which is next to the subscribe button. You can either find that on this video or on my channel and then follow the instructions from there. Let's crack on with the ins. And so we've got an update on Denis Zakaria of Borussia Monchengladbach, who we reported on a couple of videos back. Now, the same source, RPO Sport in Germany, who I'm not too sure how reliable they are, are insistent on this story. Borussia Monchengladbach and Manchester City wanting to negotiate for Denis Zakaria. They're wanting €50 million. He can cover defensive midfield too. Apparently had a very good season. He's 23 years old. Highly regarded by some. So it wouldn't be a bad transfer for Manchester City. But at this moment in time, my understanding is that in terms of central midfielders, Manchester City are not looking at central midfielders right now at this point in the summer transfer window. And so instead, we're going to move on and we're going to speak about Alexis Sanchez. This came out yesterday. Lots of people were very puzzled about it, so I'm hoping I can make you unpuzzled. Tuttosport, they've been reporting that Manchester United, they're wanting to sell Alexis Sanchez this summer. They're asking for roughly around €20 million. Apparently the wages are included on that €20 million. Manchester City are interested. In my opinion now, the ship has sailed for Alexis Sanchez to join Manchester City. He's going to break our wage structure for us to sign Alexis Sanchez. Not too sure where these rumours have come from. Perhaps it's Manchester City's way of trying to force Valencia's hand here with Ferran Torres. We know that Manchester City have put out, or it's in the media right now, that City are having a good look at Leon Bailey as well. So the more wingers Man City get linked with, the more likely Man City can say to Valencia, if you don't accept our offer, Ferran Torres, 1 year left on his contract and willing to run it down, then we're going to move on and sign somebody else for a cheaper fee. So I feel like City here are playing a little game. That's my understanding of this. I'd be very, very surprised if Alexis Sanchez is wanted by Manchester City and City want him to become a City player. This is coming from Italy. I'd wait for more reliable sources with regards to this and from England, but as far as I'm concerned, Alexis Sanchez, it's a no-go. So, we're going to move on to Nathan Ake. This story broke last night. The Guardian, they've been reporting Nathan Ake, he's close to joining Manchester City, and it's going to be for a fee of £35 million. Manchester City looking for 2 centre-backs this summer. Nathan Ake would be one. He'd be a rotated option to play a rotated a rotated option behind Aymeric Laporte. Pretty much is going to act as backup to Aymeric Laporte. So City fearing that if Laporte does have an injury, then we can just have Ake straight there, who's also homegrown. So read into that what you will of the future of John Stones. Like I said, there's links here between the stories: Alexis Sanchez, Ferran Torres, Nathan Ake, John Stones. There's lots of little links here that you need to be making for the transfer window. I'll try and point them out as best that I can. And so City seemingly closing in on Nathan Ake. City waiting to see what happens with Bournemouth and if they are relegated. Sky Sports are reporting that Manchester City, they've entered into talks now with Bournemouth over Ake. It's at the early stages, but Manchester City have made contact with Bournemouth over the transfer of Nathan Ake to become a Manchester City player. Bournemouth believed to be looking at around £35 million, which is a drop of roughly around £5 million from what they were looking for back in January, which was around £40 million. With Bournemouth being relegated, a £5 million drop because of the pandemic. I personally thought it might have been a little bit less. I can see City negotiating that £35 million down and trying to pay roughly what we'd be able to get for John Stones, really. So we're not missing out on any money, is what I presume would happen. I'd also thought that the futures of Otamendi and Stones would need sorting as well relatively soon, but Pep has said that 10-15% of Man City's squad will be gone next season and be replaced with new players. So we'll wait and see what's going to happen there. Now, we've got an update on Ismael Bennacer. Now, Gazzetta in Italy are reporting that Pep, he's in love. That's nice. He's in love with Ismael Bennacer's style of play, and he wants him to become a Manchester City player, quotation marks, immediately. AC Milan are wanting more than €50 million. Their option of a release clause is not there at this moment in time. Manchester City, as I've said before, not currently looking at central midfielders. A winger to replace Leroy Sané and defenders right now are the priority for Manchester City. Now we're going to move on to a defender. We've got an update on David Alaba very quickly. Now Sky Sports News are reporting City are indeed interested in Alaba. However, Alaba, he wants to be used as a midfielder more than a defender, and that isn't going to happen at Manchester City. It's also rumours on the grapevine at the wage is a big problem here with David Alaba. Man City like players to earn their way up the pay scale. David Alaba is wanting to go right to the top of Manchester City's pay scale, which I don't see City doing because it's going to upset the apple cart. And so City have also mentioned Ben Chilwell, who Chelsea have also been mentioned. Chelsea spending big, looking at Kai Havertz. I don't know how much money they have to spend. So we'll see. We'll see if City try and sign a left-back. Personally, I would like to see a out-and-out left-back signed by Manchester City. And now, for our final story, Kalidou Koulibaly. This again broke last night. Di Marzio, reliable in Italy. Finally, some reliability to the story. Definite interest from Manchester City in Koulibaly. Osimhen's transfer from Lille to Napoli. It depends on player sales by Napoli. That is Kalidou Koulibaly. Said this a few videos back. Knew it. So, Manchester City, at this moment in time, they are not prepared to pay what Napoli want for Kalidou Koulibaly. Now, Koulibaly is valued by Napoli at around 80 to 90 million euro, but they would accept roughly around 70 million euro to 75 million euro as long as there are some add-ons. Rumours are Manchester City are prepared to go as high as around 60 million euro, and so there's a gap of around 10 to 15 million euro. I can maybe see City squeezing an extra 5 million euro and getting the deal to around 60 to 65 million pounds. I don't think City would be willing to pay much more, but why would they? They know that they can pick up Milan Skriniar for around the same price. We've also been getting linked with Costa of Sevilla as well, the centre-back there. Apparently we can pick him up for a cheaper price. So Manchester City here holding the cards with negotiations, and if Napoli do want that striker Osimhen from Lille, then they're going to have to negotiate with Manchester City, because at this moment in time, City are the only club that are showing genuine interest in Kalidou Koulibaly. It's going to be difficult. Napoli drive a hard bargain. They're very difficult to negotiate with. We've seen that with Jorginho. City will be very reluctant to go into negotiations with Napoli, and so City are going to be keep kind of poking and poking and poking and poking until they get word of what they know that Napoli would accept, and then City might just go in with a bid of around that figure and see where the land lies, and if Napoli are asking for too much, City might then choose to walk away. But again, City have made contact with Koulibaly's agent, and it is believed that Manchester City are preparing to go in with a bid and go into negotiations with Napoli. So things warming up with Koulibaly, things warming up with Nathan Ake, and a strange Alexis Sanchez link in there as well. So there we go, that has been the video. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. We're aiming for 300 likes, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. You can find my social media links in the description below and popping up on screen. You want to go and search for me, and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries. Don't forget also subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Aiming for 9,000 subscribers now, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. You can also leave your thoughts in the comments below. Join the JSGC membership if you're interested to. Just press that join button, and I'll see you all again tonight for the live stream of the Manchester City Watford away game in the Premier League, penultimate game of the Premier League season. I'll see everyone over there, and I'm more than likely to be back tomorrow with another transfer update, so I'll see you then. So I've been JSGC. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. Ciao for now. Hope everyone's safe and well too.